earlier this week, this is not news, but this is where I wasn't touching the story yet because I wanted more. Nuisance acknowledged earlier this week he attended a birthday party with a dozen friends on November 6th at the French Laundry restaurant. By the way, that last part does not bother me at all. Gavin Nuisance is a very wealthy... I was like, and the idea that he's not, when at any time, other than COVID restrictions, that he doesn't get to go to literally one of the most expensive, most prestigious restaurants in the world, that's dumb, and that's not the story.
No.
That's the life that he lives and the people that he's with. So that, please, push it, because there's something so important here, so important that, of course, no one is talking about. Like usual, I have to be the one that says, shiny balls over there, look here.
Are they really upset about where he ate?
That's one of them.
Okay.
Because, he's elite. And things like must be nice in the age of COVID. Yes, you know what? It is. It is nice in the age of COVID to still be able to enjoy life. And if you want to go around making people feel bad because of that, that's on you. But that's not the point of the story. He issued a statement earlier this week. This is, again, not news. That said... our family followed the restaurant's health protocols and took safety precautions, but we should have modeled better behavior and not joined the dinner. So he started out by blaming the restaurant, but then he quickly changed it to we shouldn't have done. The restaurant said what we were doing was okay, which is a little lame because what restaurant is going to turn away the governor of their state?
Exactly.
But then he said, we should have gotten up and walked away. Now, his spokesperson earlier this week, Nathan Click, also mentioned that if they were outdoors and that's where the protocols were being followed or whatever, was because, they're outdoor dining and such. Now, the new information that we got shed a little bit more light on this. And while some people are focusing on the elitist argument of where they dined, most people are focusing on the hypocrisy. The rules for thee, but not for me. That is not the story here. First of all, that shouldn't be a story ever with politicians. God damn it, that is not news at all.
No.
And we are all taking our eye off the ball of the most important thing. And this thing does not explain Governor Nuisance's intentions, and still I don't care about them. But it's very important what we should be looking at here. Photos were obtained of the gathering that show multiple things that were left out of the explanation before we had photos. Like, for example, he and his wife not only chatting with a man, but sitting at a table right next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. Nobody's wearing masks. And there's at least 4 different households. In fact, Governor Nuisance's spokesperson has confirmed that. Also, they're not outside. They're in a private room in the French Laundry that has 3 walls and a glass door that's closed. I know the room. I've seen the room. And people that were at the French Laundry on the same night, the ones who took the picture, said that even with the door closed, they were so loud you could hear them. Meaning, they're not wearing masks, they're spewing loudly, they're spewing droplets.
They know this is all bogus.
You almost got ahead of me there.
Oh, sorry.
Because this is
my natural reaction of after hearing that.
This is the thing that's most important. He was also there amongst the dozen people with the CEO of the California Medical Association.
Dear God in heaven.
Now, if you want to waste time focusing on his hypocrisy, go for it. If you want to waste time going, well, then why is he doing what he's doing? Fine. Talk about it. Maybe it's a power grab. Maybe it's about money because he invested in masks or whatever. You're wasting your time because what you should be focusing on is exactly what Dawn already got to before I even gave you the money shot. He's there with medical professionals, and they're all behaving in the exact way they are telling us not to. What does that tell you? They're not concerned about the virus.
Right. It doesn't tell you that they're elitists doing what they're telling us not to do. It tells you exactly that. If they really believed the garbage that they're spewing, truly believed it, there's no way they would have had that kind of dinner. No way, no how. If they truly believed you should social distance, you should wear masks, all of those, you shouldn't talk loud, because they really, really thought, oh my gosh, we're at risk. Why would they put themselves at risk? They wouldn't.
And if you look at the picture, and they're not great pictures, but if you do a little bit of zooming and such, you can see that these 12 individuals are all middle-aged or younger, and they all look, we don't really know, obviously, relatively healthy, in good condition. I mean, You can say whatever bad thing you want about Governor Nuisance. He's a good-looking guy. He looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah, he does.
And everybody's at the table with him as well. In other words, they all know, well, even if we get it, we'll be fine. And they're obviously not concerned about the spreading part for all the reasons Dawn just mentioned. The lack of masks and everything else.
Yeah.
That's what everybody should be taking from this.
Well, and then you should look at yourselves and go, wow, what a bunch of morons we are, because they're literally catering to our stupidity and our fear.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. I unfortunately know that most of you or most people won't do that. Won't do any of it. You'll just get mad over the hypocrisy part and the fact that he's spending $450 on a plate on dinner.
That would happen before COVID.
Your eyes are off the ball if that's where you're at. This is all about one thing. They know. That's the little thing, the little piece you can put in the puzzle. Because Dawn asked me many weeks ago why I don't know if it was Nuisance earlier, but why some governors are doing this when you can look at all the data and you can look and I gave you a variety of answers, and there are still a variety of answers. Some of them aren't smart enough to read data. Some of them are believing the healthcare professionals. Those things are all out. He's literally with the healthcare professionals, behaving in a way he's not supposed to. That's the most important thing.